Good morning. In this video I'm going to show you how to graph quadratic inequalities. I'm going to be assuming that you know basically the form, standard form, vertex form, and intercept form. If you need help understanding those kinds of forms and how to graph using those forms, look at the video Graphing Quadratic Equations in standard form, vertex form, and intercept form. So we have a quadratic inequality here. It's a quadratic because of the x squared term, and there's no term higher than x squared. And it's an inequality because of the inequality symbol. This inequality looks really similar to a quadratic equation in standard form. So what we can do is find a, b, and c. A is equal to -1, b is equal to 0, and c is equal to 9. Using the formula x is equal to -b over 2a to find the axis of symmetry, we get x is equal to 0. So the axis of symmetry is, I like to draw it as a dashed line right along the y-axis. Okay? Next thing you need to do is find the vertex. The way you find the vertex is the axis of symmetry always goes through the vertex for any parabola. Therefore, we can use 0 as our input to this linear inequality and figure out what y would equal. So I will change it to an equal sign, change the inequality to an equal sign, and use 0 as my input. So I get y equals -0 squared plus 9. -0 squared, that just goes to 0. Y is equal to 9. Okay, so the point, the vertex is at 0, 9. So let's go 0, 9. That's that point right there. Now, what I like to do is find the next point, find another point. I'm going to choose a point or an x value that is 1 to 2 units greater than or 1 to 2 units less than 0. So I can go up 2 or up 1, back 2 or back 1. So I'm going to choose, let's go back up 2. I'm going to put in x equals 2. Substituting x equals 2 into the quadratic, I get y equals -2 squared plus 9. This -2 is different from this -2 squared because of the parentheses. So this is like saying -1 times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 times -1 is -4. -4 plus 9, y is equal to 5. So the point 2, 5 lies on the graph. So let's go over 2, up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's this point right there. This point is 2 units away from the axis of symmetry to the right. So go 2 units the other way to the left. There's the other point. Now before you start drawing the curve, look at the symbol. The symbol is a greater than symbol. It does not have the or equal to bar. So this is actually a dashed line. And try to make it curve, not like a V. Dashed line. Next thing you can do is determine where to. Next thing you have to do is determine where to shade. This is a greater than symbol, so that means I'm going to be shading above the line. So I know that this is where I'm going to shade. Outside the parabola, it's above the line. But let's say you're not positive. You want to take a test point. Choose a point that's obviously below or above the parabola or inside or outside the parabola. So I'm going to choose 0, 0. Substitute 0, 0 into the inequality. What you're going to get is 0 is greater than -0 squared, that's 0. 0 is greater than 9. True or false? That is false. That's why we're not shading inside the parabola. The correct solution, all these points out here in the shaded region, would make a true statement. You never want to pick a point that's directly on the line. Okay, let's do one more. How about we do one in intercept form? Okay, f of x is less than 2 times the quantity x minus 5, x minus 1. First identify the form. This form looks really similar to intercept form. So now you need to find A, H, or A, P, and Q. Thought this was a vertex form for a second. So okay, so that's a P. A is equal to 2. P is equal to 5 and Q is equal to 1. Why not positive 5 or negative 5? Because of the form. Oh, the lights went out. I gotta shake my arms again. I hate when that happens. When I'm talking here for a while, the lights go out and I can't, because I'm not moving. I'm just sitting at the computer. Anyways, the show must go on. Okay, so where was I? I found 5 and Q, 5 to be P and Q to be 1. So that means the point 5, 0 is an intercept and 1, 0 is an intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and plot those points. 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 0. There's the other one. You can use the formula x equals P plus Q divided by 2 to be absolutely sure where the axis of symmetry is. But with any parabola, if it crosses the x-axis, the axis of symmetry, it actually bisects the segment that has the two intercepts as endpoints. So let's go ahead and just draw the axis of symmetry right in the middle of the two intercepts. Here's 1, 2, 3. X is equal to 3 is the equation for the axis of symmetry. Next step you need to do is input 3 into your quadratic to find the value for the vertex, the y value for the vertex. So f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 minus 5, 3 minus 1. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. So the vertex is at 3, negative 8. So we go over 3, down 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Okay. And then before you start graphing, look at the symbol. It's a less than, so this is going to be a dashed line going through the points. I'm trying to make a curve like so. Next step you need to do is determine where to shade. Pick a point that's obviously inside or outside the parabola. I'm going to go ahead and use the point, let's do, I don't know, 3, 0. I already evaluated 3 for 3, so what I can do is I can go ahead and put 3 back in, but instead of writing f of 3, I have 0 less than a negative 8. True or false? That is false. That's from inside the parabola. Outside the parabola is where you're going to want to shade. We could have looked at the symbol. It's less than. It means shade below the parabola. Outside the parabola for a parabola that's opening up is below the parabola. I think that's it. Okay? If you have any other questions or you want to get some extra help, come see me in the math lab. It's you can get a lot of one-on-one tutoring there. So if this is a little complex for you or you just need a little more practice, go ahead and see me there, please.